Oh, God. Oh, can I just tell this quickly? In the week, I'm talking to you now, the listener. Usually I don't.
Yeah.
Carl said, about embarrassing him on air and that, and he's worried about his education, and he was worried about not knowing long words. Like, we come up with any long words. And he said, no, I was scared, you were gonna ask me something about, someone, and he's a Eastern European leader. His surname is Milosevic. And Carl said, so I learnt it this week, and learnt it so you can't catch me out in case it's out. I said, what? And he said, he thought about it, and he went, Flobodan Milosevic.
Got the surname right, though, didn't
he? So what's his name?
Right.
What's his name?
That's how Bill and Ben would address this leader.
How would they have said it?
Flobodan Milosevic.
What's his name?
Slobodan Milosevic.
Yeah.
Well done. Anyway, Carl, look, you almost let it slip then as you were talking about your filling out that application form. There's some big news that everyone needs to know, which we were stunned by in the week, although the more we sort of talk to you, the more it starts to fall into place.
Yeah.
But Carl, what's the story?
That I haven't got me exam results from the GCSEs.
He never turned up to get his exam results.
I was working.
And so, how many did you take in the end? Because you weren't even sure about that, were you? You think you took maths and English, don't you?
Yeah.
And you think you've handed in the artwork for art, don't you?
Now, art was continual assessment, wasn't it? Coursework. And what was it that you made?
I made a man sort of putting his arms into a car.
You made a model of a man putting his arms into a car.
What was this?
So that one's passed.
Was that this a homage to break-ins in Manchester? Was this? What was this? Oh look, he does what he sees.
Yeah.
So
you've got that. That's safe. You've definitely got that one.
So you've taken art, you've taken English and maths, you think? So this is what we're going to do, listeners. We're going to try and find out his exam results for him and tell him next week.
Live on air.
We're going to call his school. We're going to try and track him down. And we are going to have a little envelope, and we are going to give Carl, at the age of 29, his O-level results. GCSEs, yeah.
Now, Carl, so you took maths,
yeah.
You think, you took English, do you remember turning up to do this? Do you remember sitting in the room filling in the forms?
Yeah.
Okay, and how did you feel you did?
I don't think I did well.
You don't think you did well? Did you revise?
No.
Why didn't you revise?
'Cause I don't really believe in it.
Okay.
Well, it's just that if you don't know it, then you don't know it. You shouldn't have to start looking at the book. If I went to like the hospital.
Yeah.
And the doctor said, oh, you need your appendix out, but hang on a minute, I've just got to read up on it.
Yeah.
That isn't good enough.
Okay.
He should know, and that's the way I feel about it.
To be fair though,
he did do the revision beforehand.
Yeah. They don't usually pass on, maybe when they're in practice.
Yeah, information they took in by osmosis.
Yeah, yeah, and bloke comes in and goes, can I just see what you did with that? And I goes, you've passed.
Yeah.
Phew. That's a good one. Yeah.
Good job I watched Casualty.
I just like the way, the things that interest me, I remember. Things like snakes not having ears and stuff. Yes. I didn't have to read about that.
No, you just learnt that, yeah.
You saw it on the telly, didn't you? You saw it on that Ian Wright programme.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is what Carl said to me. He said, it's actually, I called Carl up in the week, and Reese was with him. Reese used to be on XFM, and he took the phone, and he went, Carl's worried, I've seen that programme. He said, snakes don't have ears, right? He said, so you can creep up on them and pick them up. And he said, Carl's worried. He said, how'd you ever put them down again? Because then they know you're there.
I woke up the other night, quite late.
Worried about that.
And I said to my girlfriend, I said, how do you put a snake down? And she said, what are you talking about? I said, that Ian Wright thing, this guy managed to pick up a snake. And do you know that thing where they clamp its head on a jar to get the poison out?
I do now.
Right? They did that, but they didn't show you how they got rid of it, and I thought, it could really get nasty, because it's obviously annoyed that you've had its head pressed in the jar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
They hate that.
Now...
Especially as it's in front of their mates.
When you lift it off...
Yeah.
Right? You've got hold of it.
Yeah.
If you go to chuck it down, it's gonna turn on you.
It's gonna get wild, isn't it?
So... I just wondered.
Well, what you do is you never put it down, Carl.
Yeah, that's why that bloke has got about, 11 or 12 just carrying him.
Exactly.
Yeah, you never put it down. You sling it. Who cares?
You just throw it, don't you, really far.
That's not, I don't think you should throw snakes.
But Carl, listen, don't worry, we're not asking you to get involved with snakes, we're just asking you now, you've done maths, you think?
Yeah.
Did no revision for that?
No.
Okay. English, do you remember what it was? Did they ask you about Shakespeare? Did they ask you about books?
I remember, but I must have done it because I thought that was...
It was English language, not English literature, wasn't it? So it was like...
spelling and all that?
So was it like a comprehension, you read a passage and had to ask questions on it? Was it, did you have to write a short essay?
I don't know, I can't remember any of that.
Okay.
I did a science.
Okay, physics or chemistry?
Physics.
Alright, well done. And this is all you think? And
You actually took that? You actually took physics GCSE, you think?
You're obliged to do a language, I think. Did you do French?
I did French for a bit.
I don't think you are. I don't think you have to do a
I
language.
think you have at GCSE, I think you've got to.
Well, English quite good. I think that's his language he did.
So you don't know about language. History? Geography?
Just what you will find out, won't we?
Okay. But you just can't remember. I can't believe you can't remember turning up for these things, because it's quite a big moment in people's lives. It is the thing that you've been working to all of your educational life.
On the day that the things came out, I was working at as a printer.
Okay.
And it was a really busy day.
A lot of spelling mistakes that
It was
day
a really
that
busy
paper,
day,
wasn't
so
it?
you're bound to forget.
Yeah,
your
yeah.
exams.
No, but I had to use gold ink that day.
Oh.
And it's,
Yeah,
I mean, you're
yeah,
not
yeah,
a printer,
yeah.
so you don't know.
No, that's the biggie, innit?
But it's tough, you've got to really get your rollers clean.
Carl, play a record, mate, and good luck with the exam results. Hopefully we'll have them for you by next week.
PJ Harvey on XFM 104.9, the home of the classics.
Absolutely.
Classics.
Classics.
Oggy.
Oi, oi, oi.
Well, we were talking earlier about this, as this book, They Died Young, right? And there's all these theories about these people, like famous people that, aren't really dead. And I remember speaking to someone about this, okay? And they said to me, Bruce Lee is not dead, right? They said he's not dead, right? And I said, well, how do you know? So he's going, no, it was a whole big thing by the Hong Kong government, and he's actually working as an undercover cop in Hong Kong.
I've
using his kung fu powers. Now,
No, apparently he faked his own death, Carl,
Yeah.
so that he could work undercover for the Hong Kong
Yeah.
police, infiltrating gangs, the triads, that sort of thing.
Now, my point is this. If you're going to use someone undercover in Hong Kong, right, you know, an undercover cop, I suggest using the most famous Chinaman of all time. That would
that's
be...
a guarantee.
Yeah. So, you know, when he's taking away a gang, they're going, you look a bit like Bruce Lee. He's going, no, I don't know. See this moustache?
It was a bit wonky.
Well, just take my word for it. I'm not Bruce Lee, alright? Well, all that stuff you did when you punching us and kicking us and chopping, yes. But... I'm not.
It does look a bit like the stuff in my film, in his films.
In his films, yeah.
But it's not.
It's
It's just
not.
coincidence.
No, yeah.
Thing is, though, I'm not sounding bad here, not trying to offend anyone, but they do all look the
Right!
same.
They do all look...
No.
No, you know, we're having a serious chat. I'm not here to upset anyone.
Right.
And what I'm saying is, over here,
I'm so sorry.
no, I'm not. Yeah, but you know me, I'm not out to upset
Right.
anyone.
Right.
You're not a racialist.
No.
What
So-
do you mean? Are you saying
What
Orient
I'm saying
people
is-
all look alike?
Well,
Is-
look at the people over here, right?
Yeah.
With like, you've got ginger
this-
people, you've got people with black hair, you've got people who are fat, people who are thin, but they're all so sort of fit, which isn't a bad thing. They all do that sort of thing in the park. They're all fit. It's a place where black hair, I mean, when they come here, they take pictures of people with ginger hair, don't they? Because they don't get them over there. That's what I'm saying. So calm down. Jeez.
So you're saying that Bruce Lee, the most famous Chinese movie star of all
They
time...
can't tell him apart.
He can get away
Other
with it.
triad members would... How are they going about the business at all? I mean,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, how would they even realise that was the guy?
What do they have to do? Wear numbers in, you know, because there's a billion
No, but
of them.
when you know them, then you know.
So what? Oh, I see. They can tell each other apart, can they? Well, they got signals. This is amazing, isn't
That's how
it?
you got away with it.
Simon, which one are you? Just raise your hand, Simon. Yep. Chang, which one's Chang? Chang, good. Yeah.
Oh, it must be murder, mustn't it? Just
That can be the only.
people going into the wrong houses all the time, getting off with their mates' wives.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Must be a nightmare, then.
It must be a nightmare.
This can't-
Please don't complain. He doesn't know what he's doing. So I'm really sorry to anyone that's... he honestly does not know what he's saying. XFM 104.9.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
Go on.
I don't think I am offending anyone.
Okay. Fine, that's alright then.
And you know that I wouldn't want to do that.
No, I know you don't.
Before
I know.
I swore
Oh, I
on the
know.
radio, I said, right, if you got kids in the car, turn your radio down.
So before you make any potentially racist remarks, just point out if you are listening and you might be Oriental.
Yeah.
Please don't take offence.
Or go... Oh.
You know what I mean. So
Yeah.
go on then, so what was this other dead person? Who's not?
Can't play a record, Ricky's having a heart attack.
Well, the music of tomorrow is here.
That's true enough.
Yeah. Must have been some sort of muck up with the post.
Rick, a lot of the times when I've played Hip Hop Hooray, my hip hop track of the week, you've sort of scoffed, you've thought that maybe I don't have credibility amongst the hip hop fraternity.
No, it's just the way you dance.
Well,
it's merely the way you dance that worries me. Because people can't see it, really. And it's sort of like, imagine if Mr. Bean thought he was in D12. You know what I mean? It's that sort of, and I don't diss you. I mean, I know you're a hip hop appreciator. You know,
I wouldn't expect you to diss me. I'm a black queen. But the point is that there's a little something that Carl's got on tape for you that I think might change your opinion of my whole hip hop credibility.
Oh no!
Now I've told you in the past.
Not a videotape, is it?
Not at all. Not at all. Actually, Carl, just play it.
Yo, 1 2 1 2. We are the Dilated Peoples, chilling on Hip Hop Hooray.
That's right.
With Steve Merchant, y'all. XFM 104.9. LA to London, Dilated People expanding them
all day.
Now,
who got that?
How about that?
Carl?
No, it was just when I was hanging out with my homies.
No, did they come in the week?
They were in the week, I think, and somebody got them to do it for him.
No, that was when I was just hanging in the crib with them. No.
That's very nice.
And the guys just laid down some beats for me.
Yeah.
You know, just laid down some vocals, and I gave them max respect for it. You know, and the place was mad deep with girls at the time.
I assume you're going to play Dilated Peoples this week then?
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
Let's play it, Carl.
That's very good.